You hear the term A Western and B Western. I think many people assume that's like a grade on a report card. The A Western is the better movie and the B Western is the less good movie. And that's really not where the term came from. The term came from an A slot and a B slot on a schedule at a movie theater. And the A slot was the feature film and the B slot was sort of filling it in. Now it does mean that B Westerns, or B films in general, had smaller budgets. A lot of times when you have a smaller budget, you're more creative. Also, B Westerns were duty-bound to include lots of spectacular stunts and action that A Westerns didn't always take the time to do. B Westerns typically are about an hour to an hour and 15 minutes. Sadly, they were undone by the evolution of television, and so we don't have anything like that in the theaters now. We do occasionally have a B Western kind of event on television. And maybe, who knows, it can all come back. People wonder if the Western is dead. I don't believe it is, but I think it'll come back in a different way. We just haven't figured out what that is, because the need is still there for the entertainment and to reflect on who we are as a nation, and those of us in the American West, what the American West says to the world about the way people should live.
So you better make up your mind. 1, 2.
Brave, aren't you? When a man's hands are tied?
3, 4.
I was in a tight spot. Thanks, Joan.
That's all right. As soon as I get you untied, I'll take you to Fuzzy. Gosh, I hope we're not too late.
B Westerns and serials were the total spine of our business, starting way, way, way back. You know, the old Pearl White and, yeah, Tim McCoy and all of the silent films even. And to this day, no, not to this day, because they don't make them anymore.
My name is Chris Langley. I'm the executive director of the Beverly and Jim Rogers Museum of Lone Pine Film History, and I'm the director of the Lone Pine Film Festival.
Well, why go clear out there to starve to death when we can starve right here in Chicago? But it would be fun, cowboys and cowboys.
That's for me, way out west where men are many.
Peggy Stewart worked here in Utah and then again in Trail to San Antone with Gene Autry. So she filmed twice here in her career.
My name is Peggy Stewart, yeah. My real name is Peggy O'Rourke, no middle name. And they said, no, it sounds too much like a song, you know. I came out to California, I was 12. I started into film at 13.
Well, couldn't you stay over another day?
No, my plans are made.
Don't you want to come?
Oh, yes, but
Then you will.
I'm sorry. I can't.
Mother never told me why you weren't together. But now Oh, I didn't think you could be so cruel.
And the main thing that I guess I was known for, my biggest successes, were B Westerns. And I made around 79 to 80, something like that, of those. They are B Westerns with Gene Autry and Roy Rogers. On TV, they were Gunsmokes and Wyatt Earps, Guy Madison, Cisco Kids, all of those. They were a lot of fun, too. The importance of women in the Western was it made the hero the hero. She was total support for the hero. Something for him to focus on, definitely. Not romantic, but her needs, you know, if it was to save the ranch or what, save her or what. First, the horse, yeah, then the cowboy, then the sidekick, and then the girl, about 10 paces way behind. Yeah, it was the horse, it was the cowboy, it was the sidekick, it was the heavy, and then the girl. Yeah, they talked about the romance and nothing to talk about. I didn't even get a chance to kiss the horse. Nothing. There was no romance. The sun would slowly sink, yeah, but you would wave goodbye. See you down the trail.
He's wonderful.
A lot of people, they always ask me, were you really in that car?
And he's not so bad either.
I said, I really was, yeah. It was the happiest time of my whole career. Yeah, I wanted to be doing other things that, like I had done when I started in films with Betty Davis and so forth and so on. But so I asked for my contract, you know, and I've oftentimes wondered if I hadn't. He said, "Yes, you're going to do Son of Zorro or the sequel to it, The Mark of Zorro." So I said, well, let me go. And that's when I found out I'd made the reputation in town, which I did not know I had, and started getting all these calls from Columbia and different places, doing westerns with them, until I stopped and went into casting. Yeah, I just stopped the business altogether. Now in my older years, the parts that come up that I love to do are parts that challenge you, that you create a little bit, a character, you know. And back in those days, it was just sort of running the gamut of emotions. Very seldom did you have much real acting of any sort to do. Just keeping it simple was the hardest thing. So outside of that, it was so much fun. It really was. The greatest people in the world to work with. They were your family. Because when I first started, you worked 6 days a week and you had only Sunday with your real family. So they became your brother, your sister, your confidant, your friend. Started acting at 13, and I'm still doing it, and I intend to do it till I got one foot in the pine box. I love it, I always have, and I always will.
One night while out riding the herd down the trail, listening to hoot owls and coyotes wail, he looked up at the moon above. His thoughts were of the one he loved. He's headed for home tonight. He's leaving that moon right over Texas. His days of punching cattle are through. love so well. He's leaving that moon right over Texas.
Heart, fellas. Turn us loose, will you?
Yeah, we'll be good. On time, Fuzzy. They've had their punishment. We'll ride ahead slowly.